to another episode of the Point After Podcast. We are your hosts, Caleb and Jay. Episode 26, man, it's going to be a football podcast. We're going to break down the Raiders firing Antonio Pearce, the Patriots hiring Mike Vrabel. We're going to review the wild card games from this past weekend. Sam Darnold having back-to-back stinkers. Shit in the bed,
Real
buddy.
bad. Real bad.
To top it off, Justin Herbert, is he a top 5 quarterback currently? But my brother Jay, how's life, bro?
It's going good, man. Just ready to get on this pod. It's been a little minute. Not too much of a break, but let's get straight into it, man. I'm gonna let you handle this. Matter of fact, let's let you handle this one. I'm always on the turbine, so
you're gonna leave it to me. All right, cool.
Let's go, man. It's your team, man. I don't know what you're leaving it to me for. This is your team. That's your stank ass, sorry ass team. Can't make no good ass decisions. But you guys made a positive one here. You guys fired Antonio Pearce.
Bro, you guys have Brock Purdy.
It's better than whatever quarterback y'all finna have. It's all right. Y'all finna go over and sign Jimmy G again. It's okay.
Okay. Look, it's been over a week and a half now since the Raiders fired Antonio Pearce. I've been waiting to talk about this, man. Look, at the end of the day, I think this is, in all likelihood, this is the right decision because, look, Antonio Pearce is not going to be here long term, and that's just the fact of the situation. You're bringing a new GM like Tom Telesco, who, by the way, he was let go as well the next day. But I just think when you bring in a new GM, like Antonio Pearce wasn't Tom Telesco's guy.
Right.
And I just felt like this year, like, especially, they didn't have a quarterback. They brought in Gardner Minshew. This season was kind of just written off, if we're going to be honest about it. And look, I mean, 9-17, this is record. We were 4-13 this year. We were last in rushing yards. Our rushing attack was like historically bad. We're 29th in points, 25th in points allowed. The defense, even though I think the defense towards the tail end of this season is kind of ironic. Like when he first came in, how they performed late in the season. The defense did play better down the stretch. I will give them that. But, I mean, Antonio Pearce, let's be real. The guy was set up to fail. Like, you know what I mean? If you don't, we say, like, you can have pieces, you can have players on your team. You don't have a quarterback, you don't have a shot. And especially now with them firing Tom Telesco, the rumors is it's Ben Johnson. That's the name that's coming up. And you know how I feel about Ben Johnson. I think right now, obviously right now he's the hottest, coaching candidate out there, and he's one of the most brightest offensive minds in the game. My thing is, if you're going to bring in a guy like Ben Johnson, he has to have that quarterback. Like whatever you got to do, you got to give him a quarterback. I don't care how smart you are. You're not winning games with Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell as your quarterback. So Ben Johnson is a name that's come up, obviously. Pete Carroll, which I'm not totally against Pete Carroll. Obviously, he is a legend in the coaching game. He's one of the greats.
He needs to go enjoy time with his family. That's what he needs to go do.
My thing is with Pete Carroll is if you're going to bring him in as head coach, he has to have young coordinators around him that when he steps away, these young coordinators can step up. Like whether it's going to be the DC or OC. Like if you're going to hire Pete, bro, I need young coordinators. That's all I'm saying. They're interviewing for the GM job, John Spitek. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Spitek. As well for their GM job. So, I mean, we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, the Antonio Pearce era ended. And to be honest, I'm not surprised by me and Pops were talking about it. It's just like, bro, like, dude, you were set up to fail. Like, let's be real.
No, literally, like it was kind of written on the wall that we all knew what would happen here. Raiders just need to make some good changes here. You guys, it's just clear you guys need to just clean house completely, whole new everything. So I think that's, a good direction. You just need the right person to fill the job. Hopefully, you guys can make that decision. I don't know if that's going to happen or not because you guys can't even pick a quarterback, but we'll see. We'll see. Who's your top pick for a guy to come in and fill in? Like who you putting money on? Come in and Take it.
I really think it's between Ben Johnson and Pete Carroll. I think the attractive thing about the Raiders position is that a head coach, since there's no GM, a head coach can say, hey, like, I know this guy from the scouting department, or I know this guy in the front office. I want him to be the GM with me. We
Right.
saw it with when Josh McDaniels came in. Dave Ziegler, he came from New England. So obviously there was ties there. Josh and Dave, they knew each other. I think as a head coach, you want to come in with your guys. So I think no doubt they're going to throw a lot of money at Ben Johnson.
Mm-hmm. As they should.
Yeah, 100%. For me, like, yes, I think he could be great, but you gotta have the signal caller under center. If you don't, this shit doesn't mean nothing. Like, let's be real.
Absolutely.
And also,
absolutely.
not to cut you off, I was saying another guy that they interviewed was Ed Dodds for the GM position. They interviewed him a few years back. He's from the Colts front office as well. That's an name to look out for as well. So we'll see how this plays out, man. But it's definitely going to be intriguing for sure.
Yeah, I wonder what it should be clear what the front office should aim for in this draft for Raiders specifically. But I wonder if this new regime coming in, if any changes to the draft approach would be. But I'm just curious.
About what? What do you mean? I'm sorry.
Like the draft approach, like would you guys go any other routes besides the most obvious?
Look, I mean, there's no doubt that we need a quarterback now in our position. Is it going to be possible to get one? It's a wait and see.
You guys have the cap space for it.
Well, we have the cap space to sign a quarterback.
Right, that's what I meant.
Now,
that's what I meant.
The way Sam Darnold is looking, we're going to touch on it in a bit. Is that a guy you're going to pay top dollar to? Kirk Cousins, is he a guy that you bring in? Do you trade back and say, hey, we're going to roll the dice on a Jalen Milroe or Quinn Edwards, which Quinn Edwards I do not want. Jalen Milroe is interesting just because of his running ability and he's a deep ball thrower. Yes, his short and intermediate game is a question mark and his accuracy. There is no doubt when it comes to the middle of the field, there is some question marks there. But at least Milroe just give you this capability. But again, we'll see what happens. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, I don't fucking know.
At this point, you really don't know. But I don't think you want anybody who's washed. That's all I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I was kind of while you were – yeah, my bad. I was saying while you were talking, I was kind of looking at the Raiders GM candidates again. So, yeah, John Spytek is they're looking at. They're looking at John Eric Sullivan, who is the vice president of player personnel for the Packers as well.
Right.
So – there's definitely some candidates. Their Spytek comes from the Buccaneers. He's the assistant GM there. So we'll see what they do, bro.
Well, we're going to see. But let's move on. Let's do the opposite. Mike Vrabel gets hired to the New England Patriots. Not a terrible choice at all for the coaching job, I feel like. I feel like it's a very culture move. I know you touched on that. Especially because just Mike Vrabel just brings this defensive prowess to a team. And I feel like he could push the Patriots in another level now that they have their quarterback. So, and also you kind of have to look back at Mike's coaching. You know, he previously was at the Titans, didn't do terrible. 54 wins, 45 losses in 6 seasons. Keep in mind, Tennessee Titans haven't been good and I don't know how long. And when I do remember them being good, Mike Vrabel was the coach. So I think New England, this is a phenomenal hire, especially going the defensive route when you already have your quarterback. That way you just let the OC kind of take the reins there, kind of take the load. But in the draft, you know, they could kind of play around, but I would really want to give quarterback a weapon. And McMillan's sitting right there. I mean, obviously, you were supposed to tank for Travis. You didn't.
They're probably going to take a quarterback, bro. Let's be real.
Really? The Patriots are going to take quarterback?
Oh, bro, I'm thinking, oh, my God. Why am I thinking about, bro?
Patriots are going to take
quarterback? Hold on, wait. This is going to sound like fucking crazy. Why was I just because you brought up Mike Vrabel and I was thinking Tennessee Titans and it
You
went
see the
to New
Tennessee Titans, you're like, no, they're
I
gonna
was
take
like,
a
what the
quarterback.
fuck?
No, you're good. You're good. No, I totally get where you kind of got moved off. But not only with offensive, right, the offensive side, you got to look at the defensive of what he could bring in. Tell me the ideas you kind of got there of what Mike Vrabel could bring to the defense specifically.
Well, I mean, he was an ex linebacker for the Patriots. You know, he's a guy
Exactly.
who's won Super Bowls there, and I think the one thing that Mike Vrabel is going to bring, which for some reason people have thought not thought. Well, it the thought of it has become overrated. Is the a, you, a coach who is a motivator or a
Right.
culture builder. People think
Hmm.
it's overrated. People, and again, like I said, like the Ben Johnsons, the Sean McVays, the Shanahans, all these guys are great offensive minds. But at the end of the day, too, like you do need a coach who can also build a culture. Like we can shit on Mike Tomlin all we want for how many years he's gone without winning a playoff game, and we'll talk about that pretty
Yeah.
soon here. But Mike Tomlin, the fact is, bro, they've been competitive year in and year out. They've never had a losing season.
This is why you can't fire him. And as much as I give Kyle Shanahan flack, I understand why they don't fire him. He
Yeah.
wins. Why would you fire him? Unless he proves consistently that he's not that guy, which is kind of heading towards that way, which is why I give him that much flack, you know. But he's here because he wins. And if you're a coach who wins and Mike Vrabel has shown that, I think this is a good fit.
Yeah, and then another thing too, like look at Dan Campbell.
Right. Talk
Like,
about a culture builder. Jesus.
yeah, exactly. So, and I just think with Mike Vrabel, I think he's the perfect coach to come in at this time, especially with a young quarterback who I think we all believe in can be a really good quarterback in this league. The key
Hmm.
thing is going to be surrounding him with weapons.
Hmm.
Obviously, the obvious wide receiver that everyone's talking about is T. Higgins. Another one could
Right.
be Amari Cooper. We'll
Yeah.
see what they do in the draft. McMillan is definitely one as well.
McMillan is definitely a guy. I like how tall he is. I feel like that's really advantage to a receiver,
Yeah, he's
especially
a
for the
genetic freak.
50-50s.
He's a genetic freak for sure. and
Serious.
and I think too, look at Mike Vrabel. What he like you talked about what he did in Tennessee. You know, it kind of got soured towards the end of it, but
Right. As it always
like,
does.
but if you look at what he did there, like he got the best out of Ryan Tannehill, man.
Ryan
Like
Tannehill, keep in mind, yes, he was carried by Derrick Henry, but Ryan
he
fucking
played well,
Tannehill,
bro.
okay?
Tannehill played well.
No, he did, but that's a credit to Derrick Henry opening up the offense, and you got used to have AJ Brown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we had AJ Brown, and that defense was playing at pretty high level as well as a whole. And
Oh, that defense was
I just think when you look at the Patriots, they obviously have the most cap space heading into this offseason. They need to improve specifically, in my opinion, the two main things. Um, Outside of the wide receiver is the tackle positions, and I think they need to improve their pass rushes. Like, and some names that are going to put expected to hit the market this offseason. You got
mhm,
Khalil Mack now. Obviously, just reporting. I saw it yesterday that Khalil Mack is going to be contemplating if he wants to keep playing. Actually, he's potential retirement as well. But
right.
you can go down to Khalil Mack Avenue, Hassan Reddick as well, or if you want to go with more younger guys, the Chase Young, the Josh Sweat, and Aziz Ojolari as well, who had a good season with the
I,
Giants.
absolutely, I would go with Josh Sweat. Yeah, honestly, like Hassan Reddick, I feel like is a not to hate, but I feel like he's just a bit of a diva. That's all. But that's all. That's all. Khalil,
Yeah,
obviously, he's an option, but if you're contemplating retirement, you don't know if the guy's going to be there all the way. So I
yeah,
feel like Josh Sweat. Chase Young is an option. I feel like coming off
he was good with
that
the Saints. He was
lackluster.
solid.
No. Coming off that lackluster season with the Niners, he went to the New Orleans, looked a lot better, looked a lot cleaner. So I think there's opportunity for Mike Vrabel to go absolutely crazy in free agency with this cap space.
Yeah, and then the tackle position as well. Ronnie Stanley, who he has injury problems, but when he's right, he's one of the premier left tackles.
Niners need
Uh,
to get that guy.
yeah,
Niners need to
Ronnie
hop on
Stanley.
that
Ronnie Stanley is good. Obviously, just the health is a question. But another
for
one that
sure.
is interesting is Cam Robinson. Now, Cam Robinson was traded to the Vikings in midseason due to Christian Darrisaw, him being out for the season. He came in and he played really well at left tackle. Now,
Hmm.
obviously, they're not going to re-sign him because they have Darisaw there. But
Mhm.
that's a name to look at as well for the Patriots to improve that tackle position. So
Of course.
they have a lot of money to spend this offseason. I think they have the right coach there as well, and Mike Vrabel.
Yeah,
It's
they do
just going
got
to come down
a they got a lockdown corner. I mean,
yeah.
you got like the keys. You know what I mean? You just need to fill out the rest of the roster. I feel
Mhm.
like they're in playoff contention.
Yeah, and even to the running back position, like I like Ramondre
Yeah.
Stevenson. He's good. Antonio Gibson is a backup.
Mm.
I don't know about that. I don't know. That running back could be a position they look at, but obviously the needs: wide receiver, O line, and pass rush for sure.
Hey, before I lose it in my head, tell me why I feel like this is supposed to be. Tell me if I'm crazy. This was supposed to be what Salah going to the Jets was supposed to be. Do you catch my drift? Like
What do you mean?
Vrabel going to the Patriots, and if it works out good, that's what was supposed to happen with Salah going to the Jets initially. Do you kind of feel what I'm saying?
Like with a young quarterback and some young pieces. Is that what you're
Yeah,
trying to say?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
if I'm crazy or not, but I
Yeah,
just
I
feel
see
like
where it's going. I think the big difference is though well, obviously Christian Gonzalez is elite.
yes.
They don't have Garrett Wilson or Brees Hall right now. Now
Nope.
McMillan, we'll see if they take him, what that turns out to be.
Right.
But no, I definitely see the angle for sure. But let's be real, man. Robert Saleh was scapegoated with the Jets, bro. Like
Such
he
a
was scapegoated.
scapegoat. I hope.
Bro,
I don't
let's
know.
be real, bro.
I don't
Let's
know if
be real.
he absolutely. This is known. Like the way the Jets season worked out, this is known. But I just hope, and I know everybody's probably seen it. You know, he's interviewed for the DC job back with the Niners, and I hope he comes back. But that's the story for another time.
Cool. Well, moving on, man. We got to talk about these wild card games that happened this past weekend, man.
A quick sum up, real quick. Let's start
First
with the
game.
Chargers, Texans. Ooh, this one was interesting because we both got our predictions wrong. If you think about it, we did. Did we?
I picked Chargers.
You did?
I
So
believe
did
so.
I.
We're down bad, bro. We're down.
We both no, but we had valid reasons. Like CJ wasn't looking good. The Texans basically looked like an overrated team that got hurt, and they come in here and they do this.
Yeah.
I don't get this at all, man. What happened? What happened?
Man, look. I gotta give the Texans credit, man, and specifically one that I want to give credit is DC for the Texans, Matt Burke. I thought he was incredible last night. I mean, he literally it was the defensive master class they put on was special. I mean, 4 interceptions. I think 3 of those. One of them I think wasn't Justin Herbert's fault. One of them it was just a drop pass.
Yeah.
But was sacked 4 times. I mean, they didn't even allow a touchdown until early in the fourth quarter, and you know, I think what the Chargers is, and again, we're talking about the Chargers now. We're gonna have a special topic for Mr. Justin Herbert at the end, but I think clearly what this game showed me is that like they need another guy. Like I like Ladd McConkey.
Mm-hmm. I've been said this.
He's good, but they need a guy. They need a guy.
They need
Yeah.
a Tyreek. They need a Devontae Adams. Like I don't know. You need a one.
Yeah, and their interior line as well needs some work. Again, I don't know exactly their cap situation. I have to look that up. But Trey Smith is potentially an interior lineman that could be available in free agency. Now, the money that he's going to command is a lot. So, but I think you look at the Chargers, and I'm a big fan of J.K. Dobbins when he's healthy.
For
And
sure.
again, we just saw like throughout the season he missed games, and if you're the Chargers, I think you're definitely at a point now where, okay, we can have J.K. Dobbins because when he's healthy, he's dynamic. But we need to go get another running back as well because we can't
100%.
be in a situation where we're having Gus Edwards run the football. I mean, that guy is Jesus. So,
It's a sad case.
yeah, it's bad. But I think definitely we should talk more about the Texans, man. I want to give C.J. Stroud some credit because everyone's been hard on him. We talked about his sophomore slump. He's not been good really throughout the entire season. But he played well yesterday, and he didn't have to make a whole bunch of throws to me. But one throw to me stood out to me. when the ball was snapped and it was like fumble, and he rolls away, picks it up, is running, throws across his body for the first down.
It's
And
ridiculous.
I'm just thinking to myself, right when I saw that play and how that drive led to a touchdown, I was thinking, man, that's the difference between having a quarterback and not having a quarterback. A quarterback who can just fucking like off platform when shit's not going well, on
Off
the run,
script. Everything is off
There you
script.
go. Off
Mhm.
script. Who can make stuff happen. But yeah, I thought CJ Stroud was solid yesterday. Didn't wreck the ship. But one player for me that is going to be key for the Texans if they do go on a run. Obviously, they got Kansas City coming up, so their season might end. But
Might just then.
if for them to have a chance to get Kansas City, they're going to have to get the running game involved, in my opinion, because I think, whether it's going to be McDuffie or Watson, I think Nico Collins might not have his best game coming up.
For sure.
Joe Mixon is going to be the key
Yeah.
because his ability to run the football when he gets out in the open field, he's hard to tackle, he's strong. I just think he's going to be the difference. I tweeted about it. Joe Mixon is definitely going to be the X factor for this team.
Oh, I hear it. And it's completely valid. Joe Mixon has been a complete, not completely new player, but you can see a new side of him come into this Texans team, and you can see the loss that the Bengals, they're struggling without Joe Mixon.
I mean, Chase Brown's been good though.
No. I'm not discrediting Chase Brown. I'm saying just the initial of having Joe Mixon there could have gave him a better start to their season. You know what I mean? But other than that, CJ proved us wrong. He basically came through when it needed to be done, and he did his job, and that's what a quarterback's supposed to do. And keep in mind, this is without his key weapon.
Yeah, no digs, no tank.
No, exactly. I think a lot of people, and myself included, like to forget that. So moving on to this next round, though, it is looking a little bleak for the Houston Texans. But at the end of the day, you got to give them credit, and especially when we thought they were going to be first-round exits.
For sure. Well, then moving on, Steelers at the Ravens. Ravens win this game 28-14.
Bro, I fell asleep watching this game. Jesus Christ! I don't want to discredit everything Mike Tomlin has done. That team is so boring to watch. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Russell Wilson is just completely washed. Like the last 7 weeks, this offense has not been the same. It's not been the same. I don't see what it would have hurt to put Justin Fields in. And I think that's what they should have done, honestly. But no, go ahead. My bad. Cut you off.
No, I agree, dude. I mean, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry right now. I mean, this is. Oh, I want to give respect to Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, but this is a top two, tandem in the NFL. When it comes to running the football as a tandem, I don't think there is a better tandem than Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. I mean, they were great. Lamar Jackson didn't have to do too much, similar to C.J. Stroud. Made a few plays, but Derrick Henry just controlled the entire game. I mean, he was fantastic. And the whole Russell Wilson thing, look, this is how I feel about Russ. I believe Russell Wilson is at a point in his career where for you to succeed, he needs to have pretty much the whole, he has to have the Jared Goff treatment. You have to have an elite offensive line. You have to have weapons everywhere, and you got to have a really good running game.
The Brock Purdy treatment too. You can say that too.
I like Jared Goff, but what I'm saying is Russell Wilson is no longer for me a game changer.
No,
he's a game manager.
Absolutely,
that's who he is now. And look at their cast. Najee Harris is solid, but I mean he's nothing that impressive. George Pickens, I think, could be a really good wide receiver. But clearly, he doesn't fit this team. He doesn't fit this system. Pat Freiermuth at tight end is okay. I mean, I like Jalen Warren, their other running back, but again, he's a backup running back. He's a two. He's a two. You know what I'm saying? So then their defense has fallen off as well, like the last part of the season.
Definitely that's that fatigue right there.
Yeah,
injuries as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm looking at the Steelers team, and I said it. They need to change their identity as a team, but specifically on offense.
Right.
Like,
That offense is so stale, and it's been stale for years.
yeah, and I mean, look, Arthur Smith, the OC, is getting head coaching interviews. like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. And everyone's talking about Mike Tomlin, should he be fired? All this kind of stuff. All I'm saying is this: if you do fire Mike Tomlin, you better get the next person right. That's all I'm saying, because I get it. They
It could
haven't won
turn
Super.
it could turn out just like the Niners problem. Straight Harbaugh sailed off, Tom Sula right in. Ain't no way.
And it's like, it's not his fault that they haven't been able to find the right quarterback. Kenny Pickett, I mean, let's be real. Like, was anyone excited about Kenny Pickett? I mean,
Everyone knew he wasn't gonna be that guy. They just let him because of that little highlight play. He did a little fake slide and he got a little two gloves. That's all. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Mason Rudolph.
A bum, a backup, collecting $2 million a year on the bench.
I mean, I'm just, and again, like, Justin Fields is talented, but I mean, we don't know yet about Justin Fields.
I mean, we really don't. I mean, we kind of saw like a little appetizer early in the season, and the offense wasn't really flourishing. It wasn't really meshing. Justin Fields couldn't really get the ball down the field. A lot of 3 and outs and a lot of field goals. That's the problem. Justin Fields can't score touchdowns. Fields can't score touchdowns. There we go.
So I think the Steelers have to go in two directions. I'm gonna end it off this. That's insane, bro. 2 episodes in a row, bro. 2 episodes in a row, bro. We're gonna let it slide, gang.
Somebody come get this man, bro. Get this man, bro.
Hey, free promo. What is this?
Free promo.
I don't know cars, bro.
It looked like Volkswagen, to be honest.
Yeah, there you go, Volkswagen. You know what I'm saying? I drive a Charger, so that's a Dodge. That's my.
We just don't know that. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Back to what I was saying about the Steelers, man. I think they got to go in two directions. Like, I think they should either go and like, hey, we're gonna go with Justin Fields, and we're gonna go with a mobile quarterback, and we're gonna kind of do our stuff like similar to what Baltimore is. We're gonna be a run-heavy team, which you should probably trade Pickens and just get a bunch of slot guys, put the tight end room, get a running back, or we're gonna go in a way.
Pickens don't want to be there.
Or we're gonna go in a way where we look for a legit quarterback, whether it's in the draft or it's in free agency. Now, it's going to sound crazy, but I think Kirk Cousins could potentially be a fit here. But that's a conversation.
You know what's funny? I was just about to say I could see Steelers giving Sam Darnold a bunch of money. By the way they drafted Kenny Pickett, I could see it. I could 100% see it.
I don't know, man. Steelers fans, you got it's tough right now, man. But don't fire They fire Mike Tomlin, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of against that. I mean, I know I say fire Kyle and all this and that, but Mike Tomlin's a different story.
Moving on. Next game, Broncos at the Bills. Bills absolutely just. I mean, I don't know.
We don't even got to say too much about this game. We knew this was a foregone conclusion from Josh Allen, the apex predator, to Bo Nix first year rookie. Bo Nix first year rookie. What was so wrong about that?
No, okay, don't.
Put
some respect on Bo Nix.
Give me a second, Caleb. Josh Allen, the apex predator versus the first year rookie who has to carry this team on his back, which he's been doing. It's kind of hard to have him win against a team like this, especially when Josh Allen's got it all figured out and he's not turning the ball over whatsoever. So, and it's kind of hard to just put it all on your defense, and you have no running game. You can't put this all on Bo Nix. So that's not what I was trying to say.
Yeah, man. Look, the Broncos overachieved. I mean, let's be real. I thought they're going to win.
They overachieved. Absolutely.
They overachieved. I thought they're going to win probably 4 games tops like the Raiders did this year. And they've overachieved, man. Like, got to give Sean Payton his credit. Bo Nix is better than I thought he was.
Absolutely. Me too.
Had a great rookie season. But, there's levels, bro. The Bills are just better. They're prime.
It is levels.
There's levels to this shit, bro. Like, and one player who I think isn't getting talked about in the running back space is James Cook. I think James Cook, and I tweeted about this as well, I feel like he is the best running back in the league that no one talks about. Like
I could agree.
James,
No one really
James,
talks about James Cook, but he is always producing, and he's always got the running game going, and it opens it up for Josh Allen too. Josh Allen be running over everybody.
yeah, and Ty Johnson was good last night as well. And you look at their cornerback core: Christian Benford, Rasul Douglas, and Teron Johnson. I think she's one of the better trios in the NFL, man. And
It's very balanced.
they're primed for a run. And Broncos, better luck next year, man. But the future is bright there.
No. Future is bright for the Broncos. They need a running back. Tenfold.
Running back for sure. Javonte Williams just hasn't been the player he was. You know,
You could keep him as a 2. That is no problem. Keep him as a 2.
I like McLaughlin.
I do like McLaughlin. He had a lot of the better runs this year.
I think Javonte Williams right now, it's just name. It's just name. His name.
Name value.
Like name value. You know what I mean? He's just not that good.
Yeah. No,
But,
I hear it. Hey, what option though?
I mean, again, like we just talked about the Steelers. I mean, are you cool with Najee Harris being your number one? Like,
hey, Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason's a 1. In my humble opinion, I am biased. I will say it. I will say it to this camera, I am biased. Jordan Mason's a number 1, and I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
that man was leading in rushing. Let's not forget before they wanted to sit him back down for a torn up CMC.
Yeah, I mean, I like Jordan Mason, man. That could be interesting.
You know why he went so under the radar? Do you know why though? Like, no. There's actual reasons why he went on Georgia. Jahmyr Gibbs, starter. Jordan Mason just sat. He barely got time, came into the draft, completely undrafted, completely unknown, but he was a good ass running back. You know what I mean? So I felt like he went real under the radar because, and this is nothing to take away from Jahmyr Gibbs because he is a dog. And I love that tandem they got over there in Detroit. But that's where Jordan Mason kind of flew on the radar, didn't get his credit. And as Kyle Shanahan is, I'll admit, I hate him a lot, is really good with his running backs. Just as great as his running backs like his dad. So, credit to Kyle Shanahan for finding them.
Yeah, and then another one as well is Aaron Jones. He's going to be a free agent. But again, like the Aaron Joneses of the world, the Najee Harris, like
you notice there's a lot of.
Are they good? Like they're good, but are they that good?
They're not number ones, right? You know what I mean?
If they're number ones, like they're at the bottom. And again, I like Aaron Jones. Right. Like he's had a good year. Najee Harris has had a pretty good year, but it's like.
But they're going to give you games where they're only going to have 40 yards. They're going to have 14 carries, 50 yards, no touchdowns. And then the offense is going to struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But moving on, Packers at Eagles. Eagles win this game 22-10.
Hey, Jalen Hurts being a very good game manager, man. I'll say it. Being so accurate, only throwing like 15 passes that game, looking like you didn't have to do too much. He's on a Lamar thing right now.
Yeah,
they don't got to do too much.
I think the bigger story, like we know Saquon is Saquon. I mean, this Eagles defense has been the best in the league for a reason. I mean, Vic Fangio is one of the best defensive coordinators of all time.
Shout out that secondary as a whole. Shout out that secondary.
Yeah, I tweeted about it. Howie Roseman should be like a top candidate for executive of the year. You're drafting Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, bringing in Zach Bond from the Saints. I mean, like this team, and then like, man, bringing in Saquon. Like it's been a great bringing back C.J. Gardner-Johnson as well from Detroit.
Right.
So they've been great, but we already know the Eagles are a great team. Like for me, they're not the story. I think for me more it's about the Packers, and I think Jordan Love is. I don't know if he's that guy, bro. I don't know if he's not. He's not that guy. He's not that guy.
You don't know if he's that guy
because again, look, Christian Watson tore his ACL. He was out for the season. Out for this game specifically. Dobbs got hurt in the game. Jayden Reed got hurt. So he's obviously you're throwing to Dontavian Wicks, who I like, but I mean you're throwing to 4th, 5th string wide receivers.
Right.
I understand that. And Josh Jacobs getting hurt late in that game completely. The offense was shot basically when Josh Jacobs came out for that last series or so. Offensively they had late in that game. I just think the Packers for me, when I watch Jordan Love, I see a really physically gifted quarterback but his mechanics, man, like his footwork isn't great. He has kind of like that Sam Darnold syndrome where he just oversells guys a lot. He tries to make the home run play. He holds onto the ball too long for me.
Way too long.
Look, it's his second full year starting. So maybe in year 3 it looks a little different. But what I've seen is a guy he's good, but I just don't know if he's good enough. And they
Good,
need
not great.
to, yeah. And they have we talk about the Chargers, they're needing a wide receiver. The Packers are right there. They need
Absolutely.
a legit wide receiver for them. I like Tucker Kraft, the tight end. I think he's one of the better young tight ends that we have in this game. He's really actually slightly underrated as well. We know about Josh Jacobs, but they need a wide receiver. And I think if they do that, I think next year can be the year that we properly, judge Jordan Love and if he's that guy.
I agree. Yeah, bigger story here is definitely the Packers, but I feel like still got to give Jordan Love a little more time. Like you said, one more year, and then we'll see. We can't exactly label him as Dak Prescott. You can't label him like that yet. You know what I mean? Like when you say Dak Prescott, you know what you're talking about.
Can we not, bro? Dak Prescott. I'm not even gonna do that. Moving on. I'm not even gonna do that, bro.
You got bias to Dak Prescott because you want him on the Raiders. I do not want to hear it at all. All right, let's move on. Commanders versus the Bucks. Jaden Daniels pulled it out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jaden Daniels, Rookie of the Year. He is that guy. Have you noticed this, Caleb? It has all recently, especially recently for Washington, it's all come down to the wire. And I think this also is good at showing that Jaden Daniels is clutch. I feel like that's a proven point now. There's about 5 games in a row that this dude is driven down the field, got his team in the scoring position or some variation of that, and they won. So I think not only this team has definitely overachieved. Am I wrong?
Oh, no, definitely overachieved for sure.
Overachieved for
it's close
sure.
To the same roster as last year.
Absolutely. And, the defense is still struggling, of course, but that's a known problem. It's all credit to Jaden. They don't have a run game. Jaden Daniels was the leading rusher in that playoff game. 36 yards, sir. Brian Robinson and Eckler.
Yeah.
Just other guys who are at I guess they're ones we're at the bottom of the barrel. Well, Robinson, I feel like so too. Eckler's a 1, but bottom of the barrel, and he's damn near washed.
Not a 1. Eckler is not a 1. He's a 2 at very best.
Now, now.
No, obviously, okay, yeah. Those years he's with the Chargers, of course, he was a good running back, but he's not good anymore.
Right. So I think there's definitely. I feel like Washington's got to look at it yeah, we might lose, next week, but the future is up. You just have to add a good running back, add a few more weapons, revamp that defense, and that team got a shot at the Super Bowl, in my opinion. To me, what's important, a quarterback who can make plays late in games is very important. Those late throws, those clutch plays, get your team in that position to win. You're a guy.
Look, man, as you know, my family is LSU fans. So
LAU.
Jaden Daniels was on my TV a lot last year. What he's done this year doesn't surprise me, dude. There's a reason why, Antonio Pearce wanted Jaden Daniels. There's a reason why I wanted Jaden Daniels. The guy's different, bro. Let's be real, dude. He won the Heisman for a reason. This guy, I mean, the poise doesn't surprise me. He was like that in college.
Mm-hmm. Very good completion percentage, dude. He was not missing passes.
Yeah, but again, what I'm saying about his poise is dude, he's never rattled. No matter the situation, he has the same look on his face, good, bad, whatever. You talk about what he does, right? The arm talent is there. The athleticism is there. We know what he can do from a physical standpoint. Mm-hmm. His footwork, compared to Jordan Love, his footwork is actually really good. You know what I mean?
Just take that throw to Terry right down the middle for that touchdown. That was he needed to put that in a spot, and he hit it right on the dot. Literally.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels is different. But for me, the one thing that gets lost again, I feel like when it comes to quarterbacks, is the one thing, and shout out to Philip Rivers because he actually talked about this um, during the NFL Top 100 show way back. It was 2016 when he was talking about Derek Carr, prime Derek Carr. He feels like the one thing that quarterbacks need to do is their first job is to lead. That's the main thing, lead. When I watch Jaden Daniels, it seems natural for him. Like guys love playing with him.
Natural leader.
You're not seeing guys after games going on podcasts or telling reporters like shit. Like they're not reading books on the sidelines like an AJ Brown. They're not. They're not complaining about targets. It's like you can tell those guys they enjoy playing with him straight up.
For sure.
And
absolutely.
Shout out to Jaden Daniels, man. He's having a special rookie year, and you're right. If they figure out the defense and they add a weapon or two, you're right. This team they can do some special things, man. They can represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Whether it's I think this year is too premature.
Absolutely.
But if they do right in the offseason, the draft, and free agency, look out for this team.
For sure.
They're real.
And get Jaden Daniels some more protection too. I mean,
that
doesn't hurt none. Also, I want to ask you: is it crazy to say that Jaden Daniels has a better arm than Lamar?
I don't think it's crazy.
I feel like he's more accurate than Lamar. That's 100% sure.
Yeah, I mean the difference is Lamar.
Lamar's mobility is just on another world, godlike level that ain't nobody know.
Yeah, because definitely the Jaden Daniels comparisons with Lamar are gonna start. Like that's
because I specifically remember watching a Baltimore game, watching Lamar scramble around, change the channel, and I watched Jaden Daniels. He does the same exact thing, and I'm just like, dude, it's like it's the way that they're so creative, how they could get out and they could just create and they can make plays, make positive yardage. That's what it's all about. That's what you ask for in a quarterback.
That's what I go back to saying about when I'm kind of on Twitter and I'm seeing people like talk about quarterbacks and stuff. In today's NFL, the way defenses, how fast they are, you have dudes who are 350 pounds running 4.6s, 4.7s.
Yes.
In today's NFL, you have to have a quarterback who can create, who can extend plays, and who can make off-platform throws.
Right, because no matter how good your O-line is, they're going to get to you eventually.
No,
you know what I mean?
But like I said, unless you're like a Jared Goff right now or Tom Brady when he was in New England, you know what I'm saying? Even like Matthew Stafford, like those quarterbacks like now, unless they have a really good offensive line and a lot of weapons around them, they're going to struggle. I guarantee you right now, bro, if you put Jared, let's say, okay, I'll put it like this. Let me think of a team. I believe, okay, you put Jared Goff right now on the Pittsburgh Steelers, he does not look like this at all. Guarantee you right now. And I like Jared Goff. I already said I like Jared Goff. I think he's a top 10 quarterback right now.
Everybody knows this.
But I just think the way the game is, man, you got to have quarterbacks who can move, who can run around. I'm not saying they got to be Lamar, Jaden Daniels, but you got to be able to move around the pocket, bro.
Right. But if you do go the pocket passer route,
you got to have O-line. O-line.
You need to have an elite O-line like the Lions do.
Yeah.
Or you just simply need to be like Brady.
Well, Brady had an elite O-line when he was in Tampa. You had Ali Marpet, All-Pro. Ryan Jensen, like All-Pro. He had Trey Wirfs in his rookie year. I don't know if he was an All-Pro his rookie year, but he was really good. So I don't know, man. I mean, that's just the way the way of the quarterbacks is mobility, bro. That's just the way it is.
That's what it is.
I was gonna say, okay, go.
No, go ahead.
You want to say the last thing, sir? What do you want to say, sir?
Now you got that. I don't know. I wasn't gonna say nothing. You got that.
I just wish we got Jaden Daniels, bro.
Yeah, y'all missed with that one. But y'all could have had a guy with Devontae Adams. Ain't that something?
But moving on to the last game. I can't. Why? We can't keep doing this, bro. Why we keep talking about the Raiders and it's messing up my day, bro. But last game.
And then imagine like Devontae could actually join Jaden next year with Washington because that could actually make sense. Damn, that's crazy. Moving on, actually, what Caleb was trying to say. We got the Vikings at the Rams. I had preoccupied business before, watching this game, and I didn't watch this game. Caleb texted me and said Sam Darnold or some shit like that. I didn't watch this game. I had some preoccupied business, but we do what we do. All I know, I look at the score. It's 27-9. I'm just like, oh, Sam Darnold finally showed the true colors here. I tried to hold back in the earlier podcast about Sam Darnold, but this is what I knew. Last podcast, y'all could hop on me for hopping on Sam Darnold train. That wasn't hopping on no train. I was simply giving the guy credit.
They capped him crazy.
I was giving him credit. That's what we do. So
Bro,
we do have to point after
bro.
podcast.
I can't, bro. I can't.
Then we get
like
then
you're
Didn't we give him credit last week? Did we give him credit last week? Did we or did we not? Answer my question.
Yeah.
Okay. My point. But what have I said previously came true. I mean, you can kind of see it throughout the years, but it it's kind of hidden by Justin Jefferson, real good weapons and a real good running game. This is what happens. Unless Caleb's going to tell me something else right now, I just completely don't know. Like I told him. Okay, Caleb, what are you going to say that's so different? What's wrong with Sam Darnold? Tell me.
Bro, the backtracking is crazy, bro. You were like the biggest.
No. Let's go backtrack then. Let's go to the episode where I literally shat on Sam Darnold. You wanted to, you don't give Sam Darnold a chance. What we talk about backtracking? I simply gave him credit last video. What do you want about?
Okay.
All right.
You finished with your monologue?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no, you're done. Go ahead. Explain what's so different. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I want to break. Hold on. Before I do that, I gotta talk about the game because I watched the game. And let me tell you something, man. Kevin O'Connell got fucking exposed yesterday. Let's just keep it a buck, bro. He got exposed. Chris Shula, the defensive coordinator for the Rams, just completely. I mean, it was like men against boys out there. 9 sacks, which tied a single season sack record for a playoff game. I mean, and look, I gotta say, Jared Verse, Kobe Turner, Byron Young are all young studs on this Rams defense. Those guys are absolute ballers, and the way they've been able to find these guys, fantastic. Jared Verse, first round pick. Kobe Turner and Byron Young were not, but I mean, those guys are studs. I want to give a quick shout out though to Sean McVay. I tweeted it out. He's a top 3 coach in the NFL. I stand by that. These last 2 years, to finish the season, they've gone 5-1. How he's able to get this team going late throughout the season, how they're able to play their best football is a large credit to him. And obviously, when you got a quarterback like Matthew Stafford, you got a chance. And Matthew Stafford, Stanford is one of the, I would say, top 7 quarterback in the NFL right now. If you got the quarterback and you got the coach, you got a shot. But I know you. Okay, now that that's over, I'm gonna talk about the Vikings. Look.
Hey, shout out Justin Jefferson real quick though. Hey, shout out Justin Jefferson real quick. Cause hold on. Why is he putting up all these numbers? And he's had all these quarterbacks who have proven to be not elite. I don't know. Give Justin Jefferson an elite quarterback, please. Thank you. All right. My bad.
Man, look, Sam Darnold, these last 2 games, I mean, let's be real. I mean, it was almost Jamarcus Russell level, like these last 2 games. Sam Darnold was not good these last 2 games.
More like Jimmy G, but
Yeah, I was being over the top. I was being over the top. But Sam Darnold, that definitely these last 2 games, he's not been good. And we've seen the old Sam Darnold. We've seen the Jets Sam Darnold. We've seen the Panthers Sam Darnold these last 2 games. It's unfortunate because I don't think it should erase the body of work he's had this season. For guys throwing over 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns. I mean,
top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns. Like I said, we gave him credit last week, rightfully so. Yeah. But he is just not a guy to carry you to a Super Bowl.
Yeah. 100%. But Sam Darnold was awful. I mean, but the Vikings, they can't run the ball consistently. Aaron Jones is good, but again, like as a lead back, I don't, not anymore. And they struggle to get, like you said, they struggle to get Jared the ball. Like they struggle to get him the ball. He was frustrated out there.
I would be too. He's like, hey, man, where JJ at, man? Is he healed up yet?
So, like you said about JJ, there's no doubt the Vikings are not going to bring him back. They're going to roll
Absolutely
with
not.
JJ
JJ is
McCarthy.
their guy, and that's what Kevin O'Connell said from the get go. That JJ is the guy. Sam Darnold is here for the year.
And that's why also they picked up Daniel Jones to be the backup, but also I think we talked about this some episodes.
Hey, and keep in mind, hey, remember this episode and remember what Sam Darnold did when all of a sudden Daniel Jones gets some kind of chance and he started putting up numbers. Remember this, huh? I'll just say that because Caleb loves to prop up sorry ass quarterbacks like Gardner
But
Minshew
all
when
I'm
he was
saying
talking
is,
when he was talking about he has some type of aura and how he has to just get into his weapons. But as Caleb is about quarterbacks, wrong. And like, you're trying to prop up Jalen Milroe going into this draft. Raiders would make an insane mistake.
Bro, I'm not saying Jalen Milroe is elite. What I'm saying is I would take him in the later rounds.
No, you shouldn't even be in that conversation. Jalen Milroe could go undrafted. Please. Scouts are not high on that man. Scouts are not high on him.
He's not going undrafted.
Projected 6th, 7th rounder. Kiss my mother loving
Look,
ass.
I'll say this. One thing about Daniel Jones. I believe if JJ McCarthy next year, if he's not 100% or he struggles early on in the season, I believe with Kevin O'Connell and with this offense, assuming they pretty much have most of everything, bring back their weapons, I think Daniel Jones could be productive in the system. I think
productive is a word. Productive is a word. Absolutely, okay, I agree.
But
no. Productive is the right word. Productive is the right word. Caleb be saying is like, Daniel Jones, you know what I'm saying? You can take it to the playoffs. No, productive. Yes, that's the word. But who isn't that guy? Let's move on. Sam Darnold is not that guy. Sam Darnold is equivalently not that guy.
You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
He's not it. You're not that guy, pal. You're not him. 25 for 40, 245 yards, a touchdown, and then an interception. Very just timid, hesitant. It's just like you said, Sam Darnold, we knew from the Jets, from the Carolina Panthers, the writing was simply on the wall. You know what I mean? But where do you think he goes from here now? Because he kind of just, if you think about it like in realistic aspects, when teams saw that game, specifically being it a playoff game, they are not giving him nowhere near $50 million. So tell me, Caleb, what do you think price range he's going to get and what team is he going to go to? Tell me. Let me know something. That's shaky now, huh? He really threw it away in one game. That's kind of a sad case.
I'll say this about Sam Darnold. I still think you can't erase the season he had.
Good backup quarterback.
He's had
the best backup quarterback ever.
He's had 2 bad games, but before that, man, he was amazing pretty much. I mean, he had some games in there where he wasn't his best, but I think as a whole, when you look at Sam Darnold, he had a really good season. And this is the thing about Minnesota. You talk about Kevin O'Connell has said that JJ McCarthy is his guy. Are you confident JJ McCarthy is going to be this good right out the gate, especially coming off injury? Like
not out. That is 50-50. But I'm gonna give JJ a chance, and I'm not gonna pay Sam Darnold his money. That's what I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna give JJ a chance, and like you said, you already got Mr. Daniel Jones on back burner, so I think Vikings are in an okay place. You could they could do the pivot, and then you could shy away from JJ if he doesn't work out, then move away from Daniel Jones once that shit's done with. Then you have a whole clean plate. You know what I mean? Yeah. But they have options. It's not like they're in the dump. You know what I mean? Sam Darnold was a 1-year deal. He was a 1-year contract. You know what I'm saying? Not that guy.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think Minnesota's definitely going to let him, like I said, test the market probably. But
Let them. Let them. They're gonna be like, go.
I think one team that is realistic for me.
Leave.
I think Raiders is potentially an option, but I think realistic is actually the Tennessee Titans. Is the Tennessee Titans.
I can
Now I
see
know
it. I could see them keeping Levis and signing Darnold.
Yeah, for sure. I know they're in a position where they can draft a quarterback, but
Do you want to do that again?
I don't know. I think because like you said, I mean the Raiders maybe, but I think Tennessee is. I mean the Jets might be an option.
I was
If
like,
Aaron
hey,
Rodgers.
I was just about to say that Sam Darnold's gonna go right back to home.
Yeah,
You know,
maybe back, I think the Jets, Raiders, and Titans are the two teams. I mean, three teams, excuse me. But
Yeah,
we'll
dude's
see.
a bum. We're not gonna be talking about him too much next year. Let's talk about another quarterback.
Stop hating on Sam Darnold, bro.
I'm messing. I am messing. And see,
You're a
that's
hater,
what you
bro.
do. See, that's what you do.
You're a
You
hater,
automatically go. You automatically. Oh, you're hating. I am truthful.
bro. Okay, cool.
It is cool. And is
All right, Skip
being
Bayless.
truthful. All right, bet. All right, bet. See, I'm
Skip
not paying.
Bayless?
I'm not paying 1.5 for pussy. Okay. Is relax. Can't label no Skip Bayless on me. Jesus.
Yo. Oh,
Somebody come get
oh
Buddy.
my God. Oh, bro.
If anything, I'm
That
Emmanuel
might be the clip of the
Acho,
year,
bro.
bro. All right, bro. Let's get this shit over with, bro.
Is Justin Herbert still a top 5 quarterback, Caleb? Jalen, answer my question, bro.
Is Justin Herbert still a top 5 QB?
I'll answer it. No.
Agree.
It's what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
not.
look. Yeah, I mean, look. I think there's no denying his talent. He's a physical specimen. He has incredible arm talent. The arm angles he's able to throw is insane as well. There's no denying what he can bring physically to the table.
Absolutely.
But look, you have 4 picks, man, in a playoff game. I know one of them, wasn't.
One of them wasn't his fault, right?
It wasn't his fault, but still to have, barring it, another commercial, bro. That's crazy.
Sponsored by whatever the hell that is.
Hold on, bro. Okay, that's done. Look, at the end of the day, I look at a guy like him, and look, he had 4 turnovers in this game. That's he only had 3 picks the entire year. He only had 3 interceptions the entire year and threw 4 in one game. I think clearly Justin Herbert. I think he's definitely someone that he's gonna have the tag on him. He's gonna have the tag on him.
Sponsored by LG.
I know, bro. This is crazy, bro. This is an all time.
Just turn it off.
Bro, this episode is insane.
God, we're back.
Yeah, bro. This is an insane episode, bro. I just think Justin Herbert is one of those guys right now where you're looking at, and I think he's going to kind of be viewed as a Matthew Stafford was in Detroit all those years, where he physically has all the tools, he's good enough.
You hit the nail on the head with that one. That's a very good comparison.
Because I mean, we can talk about the Jacksonville game where they were up 27-0 and they choked that game away.
Mm-hmm.
This game, their offense just couldn't get going
at all.
But
they don't have a number one though. They don't have a guy.
They don't yet. 100%. You need weapons, 100%. But even just it goes back to the Jordan Love thing. Like when I'm watching Herbert play, he's just making so many. He made so many mistakes in that game that I really didn't see all season. So for me,
right. So it sounds like he was playing a little.
Could be.
What's that word? Playing a little. Maybe he was playing a little with a bit more pressure than usual, knowing he has to. He is this team. He does carry this team on his back.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not your day, man. But until he gets a playoff win, I think Justin Herbert is in the category where super talented.
He's in the yeah, exactly. He's in that like Dak Prescott. Like, don't get me wrong, we joke about Dak Prescott not making it anywhere in the playoffs, whoop-de-whoop, all that. He is a talented quarterback. He will produce on a good team. He can't move forward in the playoffs. If you can't win playoff games, you are simply not in that upper echelon with those other guys. That's just simply what it is. And we're over here. Yes, we know we're two normal guys who don't got a say so in this race. Shut up. We can watch and judge, and this shit is clear as day. Okay, but yeah, I think.
Hey, you know what though? On the real, I would take Herbert right now, bro. My
Absolutely,
quarterback.
I would take Herbert over Purdy. And I'll hold on. I want to address this real quick. All these Purdy lovers. Let me be specific. Purdy lovers coming out the woodworks talking about, oh, Justin Herbert. Everyone was talking about it. He can't win a playoff game like Brock Purdy. Oh, let's not forget that Ayuk had a very lucky catch. As a Niners fan, I can admit Ayuk had a very lucky catch that inflicted that win in that NFC Championship. Let's just say that right now. And let's not act and sit here like Brock Purdy's gonna carry this team on his back, because he hasn't, and he clearly needs a bit of help, as evidence to this year. I just want to say that Herbert is that guy, and I will take him in a heartbit over Brock Purdy any day.
So top 5 right now. Who's your top 5 quarterbacks right now?
No shit, you're gonna put me on the spot. Oh god. It's hard to deny. Lamar at 1. Burrow.
Is this ranking?
Are we ranking or just saying top 5?
Okay, whatever you want.
Oh no, I'll just say top 5 guy. I don't like doing the 1s and 2, 3 because it's too controversial. People get too moist. I hate it. I'll just say my 5 guys. Pause. Lamar, Burrow, Josh Allen, Mahomes. No, well, not it's hard. It's hard to even say Mahomes because he's been carried all the season. Jaden Daniels.
Who's your number 5? Okay.
Jaden Daniels.
Perfect.
Jaden Daniels. I'm sorry. If you really think about the whole structure, is there really another quarterback that's proven you otherwise? Not really.
I think I agree with everything. The only person I'm debating with Jaden Daniels in top 5 right now is Matthew Stafford because of the Super Bowl.
No. That's the one I forgot. Yeah,
Stafford and Jaden Daniels right now are neck and neck for top 5.
No. Let me switch them out. No. Herbert got top 5 priority off of talent and ability alone. People were hanging on to that for dear life, but then when it came push to shove,
Jaden Daniels. Honestly, Jaden Daniels or Stafford.
Absolutely, but there's no debate. Jaden Daniels is a top 10 quarterback. No debate. Hey, I was gonna ask you right before I go eat this meal and get off that shower real quick.
An hour long is kind of crazy.
Hey, it's been a minute. Could the Raiders make a move? I know you mentioned this to me before. Kyler Murray. I don't know. Jaden Daniels popped in my head, and then I thought about Kyler Murray. What do you feel about Kyler Murray? Because he's kind of like I think Cardinals are out on him, in my opinion.
I would take Kyler for sure. I think definitely. I mean, I think with him, O-line is going to be important. Yes,
O-line is important. What you guys have though? You guys have an O-line.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm good. I'm positive about our O-line, but I just think Kyler Murray for me and Dak Prescott. I'm cool with those two. I think Kyler Murray
on your team, that would be a significant improvement over anybody y'all had in the last 10 years. Yeah. Besides
Dak Prescott, hey, you can say what you want about, like you said about Dak Prescott. We can hand him all you want, bro. He outside of this season, he's led teams to the he's led y'all to the playoffs. He's led the Cowboys to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. I mean,
it's just the moments. That's the thing. I feel like a lot of people disregard this when I'm talking about quarterbacks. When I say they can't make plays late, I'm talking about in the fourth quarter, when clutch time, when Jaden Daniels can make plays and a rookie is showing me he can make plays, you're damn near in the top 5. Look at that.
Hey,
and he can win games. I know people love to say quarterback. The wins is not a stat. They are a very significant parts of the game. Significant parts of the game. Let's not forget it.
All I can say is you can see why now Antonio Pearce wanted Jaden Daniels.
This is what happens.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is. But we're gonna hop off this show. We will see y'all next week. The links are below the personal Instagrams, the TikTok that's about to be banned. So if you guys want to
follow us on Twitter, Jacob.
and the Twitter too. But since TikTok is about to be banned and all that, y'all could just go to the IG for the clips. The clips will be on the IG. So anything last for the people, my boy?
No, man, like I said every time, appreciate you guys tuning in.
Thanks.
We get to talk to you guys about sports on a weekly basis. It's fun. We enjoy it. And like I said, comment, subscribe, follow us, and again, appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. For real.
We love to talk our stuff. This is all in good fun. And honestly, not brothers. You know what I'm saying? Heart anybody who watches, you feel me? Oh my god, it's not even a heart, bro. It's a bulge. Anyways, we're gonna catch y'all next time. So me and your boy Caleb, man. We'll catch y'all next week. We out. Peace.